Welcome on the YouTube channel Tale and Sorge. I'm glad that you tuned in today. Today we are going to take a look and make a little review of a new Shadowrun book, Shadowrun Easy Come Easy Go. Easy Come Easy Go is a new book. It's digital only at the moment. It's about 32 pages long, full color of course, and it's got the main topic of, well, New Orleans. The big city, the big city at the Lake Borgne, I hope I pronounce it right, in America, near the Gulf of Mexico. A big city. I have never been there, only seen it through videos, through TV shows and such, but nevertheless I had some ideas about how New Orleans would work out with voodoo and the big festivals and such. Well, this book brings us into the sixth world of New Orleans. The book itself has been written by Aaron Dykstra, David Light, Joshua Daniel and Sasha Morlock. The design is made by Matt Hurd and the cover art by Jack Hoyle. Illustrations are from Brian McCraney, Victor Moreno and Takeshi Tan. Well, as said, 32 pages, and we of course start with an enormous cover art. You will be able to see the cover art in the top left part of your screen and of course in the thumbnail of this video, where you see a green-haired woman attacking somebody in a trench coat who he looks quite ghoulish, or maybe a vampire. Well, more likely ghoul, I guess. It's set on a cemetery where you can see the lights of the big city in the background. I love those pictures. With these pictures you can directly make a run just out of the picture. I like it. Well, then you are going to read through A Drive Through NOLA, a little short story. And this short story is cool. I really liked it. I went through it. It's full of action. It makes you wanna step into this thing. Okay, one little rules question, I guess, is in there, as in this novel. Our protagonists have a mobile lodge in a van. That's, as far as I go, is not possible in the sixth world, but well, rule of cool, and for the sake of the story, let's look over it. As said, look it up, read it, it's really cool. Yeah, well, then we are at page 4 and the wonderful title says Seaports and Speakeasies. Speakeasies, that's a word that can't be really good translated into German. I tried to understand what it's about. It's some kind of tavern, I guess, a speakeasy, and as far as I realized, a speakeasy has been made in the times of the Prohibition. Okay, I just found something in a bar lexicon. Speakeasy, yes, it's from the time of the Prohibition, and therefore it's a secret bar. In German we call it Flüsterkneipe or Mondscheinkneipe. Okay, never heard about it. But well, I had this in some TV shows that they said something about the speakeasies. Yeah. Okay. Then we have got an info box with New Orleans at a glance, where we get information about how's the population, how's the education, how's the capita income. Then we take a look at the city itself. We step into the justice system, where we know that it's old French law that the law system there is based on, which sounds quite strangely. well, I would have been happy if there would be more information about this, I say, different law system, but I have talked to one of the authors, and he told me that they were very, very tight on page count. What I really don't understand, it's a PDF release. But well. Yeah, and then you have got two parts of security respect legal authorities. You've got the New Orleans Metropolitan Security, the NOMS, and Wolverine Security. While the Wolverine Security seems to be a contractor, they also seem to be one of them. Well, if you want to get caught, if you're not a human, you want to get caught by Wolverine, as NOMS seems to be quite racistic. No, racist, I guess that's the right word. Yeah, after this general view on the city, we go into a quarter-based look at the city. So we take a look at downtown the mid-city. This with a little step onto the graveyard, the crypts, how they are warded. And there's also a little information about a police squad that is armed with silver stakes for the case that something happens on the graveyards. Okay. Not bad. Then we go towards the French Quarter, also known as the Quarter, and that's the place where the Mardi Gras and the Chaos Decadence Festival take place. After this, we go over to the Central Business District, where also the Superdome and the Android Tower are located, which is now owned by Mitsuhama, as this book told. We've got the city part Tremé, or Trem. I guess Tremé is right. And in Tremé, you will have a quite big part of the religious voodoo that takes place there. There's also the number 1 cemetery. Then we've got the barons, as every city has to have some barons, I guess. And there is one thing, the Fang Collectors HQ, the last publicly operating vampire hunters guild. Okay. That's some kind of character option. And what are you doing for a living? Are you a Shadowrunner? No. I'm a professional vampire hunter. Here is my license from the Fang Collectors HQ. Okay. The shadow talk about this organization is from Red. Red is a vampire. And he says this is a glorified anti-HMVV polyclub. Okay, I get his point a bit. Then we take a look at the bayou, swamp. Yeah, I would call it swamps, but swamps don't get it what a bayou is. These. Why exactly are you not turning now? The swamps with mangroves and crocodiles and any living creatures in there, where you are really in danger if you go there. I have seen some documentations about the bayou, and it looks awesome. Terrifying, but awesome. Yeah, then it goes to the East New Orleans business zones, where we have scattered mini ecologies. That's quite nice. We've got many ecologies there that share the same script, so that the people from one ecology can buy stuff in the other ecology. Now, of course, there are rumors that Wuxing is going to expand their own mini ecology to a big ecology. Nice one. I like such things. Then we've got another word I will have quite an issue pronouncing. Arethity. Arethity? I guess. Yes, this means home turf in the language or that. Okay. I have to find out what or that exactly is, but I guess it's some kind of local slang that's been spoken there. Well, let's take a look at a short Google turn. Okay, that is an Orcish language. Okay, this I didn't know. Well, now we do know. So it's an Orcish term. Yeah, okay, everyday's life is built around orcs and trolls living there. I could have made this little step in my mind. Oh, well, didn't do it. Okay, then we've got the area Lakeview with casinos, the Golden Decadence and the Delta Queen, with artificial islands off the coast. Of course, we've got a dragon here. Falkir, the dragon of decadence. I like this. We've got many mentionings of dragons in New Orleans. I really tend to like dragons as protagonists and antagonists for my runners. I really like it. And we've got also this Leviathan's Bridge, one of the longest bridges in the 6th world. We then take another look into the outskirts of the city, where, for instance, the Humanis Poli Club has its HQ. And we also take a look at the Free West Bank and the port of New Orleans. And thereby we close it up. Then is following a very interesting chapter if you are going to create runs and want to see who is the power player in the given region. The chapter is Economy of the Crescent City, with the first chapter Ports, Shipping and Logistics. And this gives you a real good overview of who are the power players inside the city, inside the ports, how is petrochemicals and offshores done, who does it, and what is their problem there, where are symbioses, where are problems when one corp has problems with another corp. What I really liked is that we find some and many German corps in here. This may be because Sasha made this chapter, as far as I know. But well, it reads very good. Then we go into biotechnology and agriculture, where we see who is researching what here. One of the rumors is maybe the next Vitis vaccine. That would be cool. We all want to do it. And we also see in this chapter that the medical care is not only by Dogwagon, but also by Infosante. And, well, of course, also Bumona. If we've got German corps here, then we have to have Bumona here. Bumona is an abbreviation in German for Bund für mobilen Notfallarzteinsatz. This would translate to Bund, Band of Mobile Emergency, emergency doctor, Band of Mobile Emergency Doctors. I guess it would be quite a good translation. Then, as New Orleans is a big city of fashion and tourism, we've also got this chapter, Entertainment, Fashion and Tourism. And we see the big fashion brands, who is there, what do they do there. Just to give your own character flair, you can take a look there and see, okay, which fashion industry is big there, what can I wear, for instance. And we've got media. The media there is quite dominated by Truman Technologies and its division Truman Distribution Network. It's like the German Demicom, so a very, very big, very populistic approach to news. They try to create the facts and take care that only they have the facts or what they want the people to know as facts. I like such things. I like to play with the media and with news in my games very, very much. Yeah, well, of course we've got a big part of the music, as this is a home of jazz. Of course we've got music industries there. Now, after this we go into a quite crunchier chapter, where we've got the New Orleans magic with a League of Laveux. There is that's a voodoo a magical society that you can join. They've got, of course, goals, strictures, specialities, just as all the magical societies in the magic book also do. And we have got the Order of the Golden Dawn. That's also, well, I like these guys. They have the best possible goal. They want to get immortal by studying magic. What could possibly go wrong? I like such things. Yeah, we've also got some matrix groups that you can join. For once, river people. River peoples are, of course, an organization that are actively against the transgressions against the emerged language. And they want to make the corps pay for them. Then we've got the Guild of Digital Killers, though the God Killers, that not to be confused with the God Slayers. They want to raise their organization's reputations as an elite hacker haven. Well, Guild of Digital Killers. Okay. But they say GOD for Guild of Digital Killers and not for God Killers, so not the Grid Overwatch division. Then we've got a nice chapter about the crime in the Delta. So who exactly is leading the organized crime? What is interesting there? What are some untraditional markets where the crime is picking its fingers in? One thing that I've seen is quite creepy. These are the zombies. So you take a living being, make him to a zombie that can then be inhabited by a ghost, by a spirit. Sorry. And there is so much about zombies in the city. Like you can rent your body for some time to become a zombie for a limited time and get back with a huge amount of cash. But with the knowledge that the last years or so a different being has ridden your body. Totally strange. Then we've got a whole chapter about Taraska, the crime dragon. As said, I like dragons. And of course the crime dragon takes a piece of every piece of crime in the city. Totally cool. Then we've got a chapter that's called A Tale of Two Crews, Creves. I guess that the word cruise in this case is okay. I don't know exactly how to spell it. Krewes, Creves. Well, a Creves is in the New Orleans part, an organization that, well, makes parades and such. Okay, so they are a Mardi Gras organization in this case. And that's okay. That's nothing that I've seen in this text about these smugglers. In this case, we've got two shown smuggling organizations, so they tend to be called Crevies here also, as they don't tend to have anything to do with festivals. Well, what do we have left? We've got the Red Tide. Yeah, Red Tide, it's a sect. In New Orleans, people are vanishing. They've got a black pope. I don't want to rip too much information out of it, but it seems to be a very nice antagonist. We've also got some infos about the followers regarding the inhabited creatures, as the Red Tide seems to bring beings into other bodies. Nice one. And if you look at one thing, transfer energy essence, that's one of the powers. and of course essence drain. We should keep this in mind if we take a look at the whole meta plot. I can't say for sure what they are up to, but with these two powers and the set word that people are vanishing, take a look into scotophobia. Yeah, the next chapter, The Beasts of the Bayou, where we get to know the creatures that live there. The giant Afang, the behemoth, the Colo, the Deviljack Diamond, the Corpse Light. The Corpse Light is really, really creepy. We've got all the values that we need to play these beasts in-game. Totally awesome. I will most likely take some of them on a run for me. Then we've got gear. Of course, no Shadowrun book is complete without gear. You remember me saying that I said something about silver stakes. Yeah, well, we've now got rules for stakes, for wooden stakes, silver stakes, and hunter's alloy stakes. Also for silver arrows and silver bolts. Well, you guess, what is hunter's alloy? Yes, hunter's alloy is being introduced in this book, and it's a combination of metal, silver, shaved wood, other stuff, so that you most likely will trigger any weakness that your enemy will have, but it is only effective against critters and spirits. If you hit anything else with it, the chances are high that your weapon will destroy itself. It will shatter. That was the word. And we've got some rules for flashlights, UV flashlights, awakened bug spray, and something that's called the Lias medium. That's something that may be able to cheat divination spells a bit. Quite interesting. And we've got, of course, rules for UV lights. Then regarding, of course, we have vehicles and drones. We've got a pickup truck, the MCT Fox. Then we've got a Hoover van, the Mitsubishi Heseba. We've got drones, and these these are crazy. The Cypress drone. The Cypress drone is, well, it's a cypress tree. It stands there quite well, let's say, disguised. But we've got values for them, game values. And of course also the Nieder. Well, the Nieder looks like a stumpy root cluster that's typically being seen in cypress groves. I like this idea. That is so awesome. Yeah, then we go to the qualities, positive and negatives. We start with Bayou Born, which is for about 10 karma, a reduction of edge actions and edge boosts when we are doing certain skills. Then we've got an absolutely no-brainer, Carib League Pipeline. This quality costs only 3 karma, and what it does, it effectively raises your connection rating for one of the connections +2 when you try to acquire licensed or illegal gear through it. This opens up a whole new world of items, even for people that are low on charisma. Another one that's quite, I would say, imbalanced is Soul of Jazz. For 12 karma, you always get an additional minor action if you're currently listening to jazz. Okay, you may not gain or spend edge in perception tests, but well, an additional minor action. Just for listening to music. I like it, but I think it's a bit overpowered. Yeah, the negative qualities, we've got the Boutique Boogie. It brings you 6 karma and lets your lifestyle cost increase by 1000 nuyen as you support local artists and support your clothing and jewelry that you buy there. I find it okay-ish, but I would have set the amount of nuyen you have to pay in regards of the lifestyle you have. So let's say for middle lifestyle 1000, for upper 5000, and so on. But well, it's in every part 1000. Okay, also a squatter has to pay 1000 then. Then we've got the former zombie. I told you some minutes ago that people there rent their bodies out for the spirits to run then. And so you made yourself a prepared vessel, which then has been the place for a spirit to be for some time. This is 6 karma because spirits can possess you quite more easily, but the whole story possibilities of a guy who's a former zombie who has been ridden by a spirit for some time, they're endless. If your game master is evil, then this can be worse up to 30 karma, I guess. Yeah, then we've got also the negative quality thick accent, so that people have problems understanding you, but okay. And we've got 1 new adult life module, religious figure. Okay, 1. That's quite sad. I would have liked if you take the step and show life models, at least give 3. But well, we only got 1, then that it's the way. Yeah, what am I missing from this book? I'm missing a map. They didn't make a map for this book. I know by now that there will become a map available for New Orleans once the Shadowrun missions go to New Orleans. Then we will get a map, okay, in this case a Google Maps overlay with all the locations in it. This will be quite helpful, I guess. Otherwise, I think that this book, that's 32 pages, could have easily been 100 pages longer, very easily. So, well, I am really eager to run the new Shadowrun missions that take place in New Orleans. This will be quite a fun, I guess, to explore this new setting point where we don't have that much in before. Oh damn it, I see we've got about 30 minutes on the clock. Didn't thought that I would talk so long. Okay, well, thanks for watching. You can tell me how you did like Easy Come, Easy Go. I really liked the book. It was a very good read. It made my brain spin in many directions. I've got many ideas for runs that can be used in New Orleans or taken with inspirations from New Orleans. I really like it. As said, give the video a thumb up, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe even join our Discord or our Patreon. Everything is linked in the video description. So, thanks for watching, and of course, well, never deal. Yeah, never ever deal with a dragon. And of course not with a zombie dragon. Bye bye.